Good day everyone. Today I will be presenting a 4-slide survey on a research work and I will be discussing it in this video. So the title of the study is stated in this first slide. What did Taiwan mathematics teachers think of model-eliciting activities, or abbreviated as MEA, and modeling teaching? So this research was created by Shi Yiyu and Ching Cook Chang. Ayan. So, the objectives of this research is summarized in this research question. What are the perceptions and obstacles the Taiwan mathematics teachers experience in using MEA and modeling teaching? So, as discussed in this research, the MEA or the model eliciting activities are word problems that are connected to real life situations. So, in this research, the Taiwan teachers were tasked to solve MEAs on their own, and in the end, they were also tasked to make one. Ayan. So, the procedures or the methodology in this research are as follows. So, number 1 is learning sheets. So, yun nga po, the teachers solved 3 MEAs in groups, and ayan, these sheets showed teachers thinking during the modeling activity. So the second is the MEA itself. Ayan. So the teachers were also tasked to design their own MEAs according to their own experience in solving these type of activities and their understanding concerning it. Ayan. So number 3 is the observation journal. So the researchers, they kept observation journals every week on the teachers. So the students wrote their reflections, ayan, about their questions regarding the MEAs and how they solved the problems. So number 4 is the reflection journals. So the reflection journals were collected every week. Ayan. So the content of their reflection journals were about the teacher's perspective concerning the solving MEAs and their experiences in it. Ayan. So they were also asked to compare the similarities and differences between the MEAs that they solved. So as I have mentioned earlier, they were tasked to solve 3 MEAs in this research. So next is questionnaire. So these were open-ended questionnaires. So it was administered on the first and the last day of the program. Yeah. So for the researchers to get the perspective of the teachers concerning their beliefs about mathematics, teaching, and learning. So the next procedures that the researchers used were the interview reports, which are the researchers interviewed the teachers, and the teachers were able to share their experiences about it verbally. Yeah. So apart from the reflection journal, the observation journals, they were also interviewed. Yeah. And the last one will be the video and audio tapes. Ayan. So their classes on how they solved the MEAs, they were videotaped or they were recorded. Ayan. So when the teachers were also discussing with one another on how they were solving the MEAs, they were also audio taped or recorded audio. Their audio was recorded. Ayan. So let's proceed to the last slide, which is the results and discussion slide. So the findings were summarized into 3 points. The first one is the positive thinking about the MEAs and modeling teaching. So under these were 4 subpoints. So the teachers shared that having these MEAs are advantageous at some point. So the first subpoint is close in real life situations. So having these MEAs, the the word problems were actually real life situations. So for them, it was advantageous because the students will be able to understand the importance or the relation of math in the real world. Ayan. So the second is the enhancement of mathematical competencies under the positive thinking about MEAs and modeling teaching. Ayan. So they think na using these MEAs are conducive for enhancing the mathematical competencies of the students. Ayan. The third, under point number 1, is yung peer solving. So with these type of activity, the students will be able to solve problems with one another. So it is not just trying to solve the problem independently, but they're able to communicate with their fellow students, which is one of the competencies of the 21st century learners, in communication. Ayan. And the last is MEA as supplementary material. So using the MEAs is beneficial as a supplementary material when it comes to teaching mathematics. Ayan. So the next finding is the negative thinking. So the teachers also expressed their negative perspective or opinions concerning MEAs. So the first is out-of-school curriculum. So the teachers in Taiwan shared na their education is given by the government. They teach using the textbooks, and if they try to apply MEA, it's out of the curriculum of the school, which is given by the government. So they think that it's not yet that applicable when it comes to their system of education. And in relation to that, the second aspect is out of entrance examination. So since it is given by the government, even the entrance examinations is also governed by it. So using MEAs, it is not that relevant for the students when it comes to the school curriculum and the entrance examination. So they might think that it is not important, or when it comes to the entrance examination, maybe they would question the activities that were given to them, the MEAs that were given to them were not relevant to their entrance examinations. So those are the two subpoints under the negative thinking about modeling teaching. And the last is the weaknesses of designing MEAs. So since it is new to their system, further research is still required, and it is not yet established. So in the conclusion part of this research, the researchers shared that the background study or the literature review of concerning MEAs is not that established, or it is not yet deep enough in order for it to be applied in the teaching methods of the Taiwan teachers. Ayan. So in conclusion, the teachers that were in this study, they revealed many thoughts about MEAs and modeling teaching. So some of them were positive, some were negative, and it was shown that they were still lacking the ability to design the MEA since it is new, and they are still not that supportive when it comes to MEA since it is not given by the government, it's not in the textbook, and so on. Ayan. So further research or further study is still required when it comes to MEAs, and this is what the researchers concluded in this research work that they did. So this ends my 4-slide survey regarding this subject. The Taiwan mathematics teachers, their perspective or what do they think about the model eliciting activities, MEAs, and modeling teaching.